Hello guys, so I want us to look at this analytical geometry question, and there's something interesting about this question. Well, if you want to join the exam focus program that actually started this Monday, ensure that you text me on this number and I'm gonna help you enroll. As well as if you want to request for a one-on-one session, ensure that you request from this number and then I'm going to assist you. By the way, the exam focus program is extremely helpful because we are going to prepare for your June exam, for your trial exam, as well as for your final examination. That is extremely important. Now, let's actually look at this. Let's look at this question. We are being told that AB is a diameter, right? I'm looking for my calculator. What do we notice? If AB is actually a diameter, it means that we can find the midpoint of AB to be the center of the circle. So let's actually find the midpoint. So the midpoint of x is going to be minus 8. Let me just show you. It's going to be minus 8 plus 6 divided by 2. It's going to be minus 1, right? So it means that the center of the circle is somewhere here. So it is going to be x, it's minus 1. So I'm just going to say, well, x is minus 1. What about y? So y is going to be 1 plus 3 divided by 2. That is actually 2. It is something like this. This is the center of the circle. Now the question says, find the equation of the circle. How can we find the equation of the circle? Well, it's pretty simple. You know the equation of the circle. It is going to be x minus a squared plus y minus b squared actually equals to r squared. What is the value of x? And what is the value of y? And what is the value of a? And what is the value of b? So the value of x and y, it is any point that is actually on the circumference of this circle. The values of x and y, it is any point that is actually on the circumference of the circle. And the values of a and b, so the values of a, it is the x coordinates of the center, and the value of b is the y coordinates of the center, and r squared, it is just the radius of this circle actually squared. So how do we find the equation of the circle? Well, by the way, you can choose this point or you can choose this point. We are going to get the same answer. Let me just choose this point. Now, the value of x is going to be minus 8. What is the value of the x coordinates of center? It's minus 1. So minus 1, if you put minus in here, it's going to change to be plus 1. And then you square it plus. What is y? It is going to be 1. And then you're going to have minus 2 squared. And then we want to find the r squared. And then it's going to be minus 8 plus 1. You square it. 1 minus 2. And then you square it. You find that the value of r squared is actually 50. Therefore, if we want to find the equation of the circle, it is just going to be x plus 1 squared. So the plus 1 is this one, right? This is what we have done here. It was plus 1, by the way. It's plus 1. And then plus y. And then plus, and then it's minus 2, you square it, and the value of r squared, it's actually 50. So that is the value of the equation of this circle, right? Now, let's actually look at the second question. They say calculate the coordinates of C, right? They want us to calculate the coordinates of C. What do we know about C? We know that, well, the value of x is 0 because until it's here, right? We know that the value of x is 0, but what is the value of y? So that is what you do. You actually come from the equation of the circle. You said, well, what is the value of y when x is 0? So where there's x, I've just put 0, right? So I want to find the value of y. It's going to be y minus 2 squared actually equals to 50. So this is going to be 1 equals to y minus 2 squared actually equals to 50. And then you're going to have y minus 2, you square it, that's going to equals to 49, because I've just took this one to the other side, it's going to be minus 1, and 50 minus 1 is going to be 49. And then I want to put the square root on both sides, so I'll be left with y minus 2 equals to plus or minus 49. We know that the square root actually gives us two values, the positive value and the negative value. Oh, the root of 49, I meant to say it's 7. So it's going to be plus or minus 7. So let's start with the positive 7. We're going to have y minus 2 equals to the positive 7. Now let's deal with the negative 7. It's going to be y minus 2 equals to minus 7. And when we take this 2 to the other side, we're going to have y equals to 7 plus 2. So it's 7 plus 2, it's going to be 9. Or y is going to be minus 7 plus 2. That's actually equals to minus 5. Now, we are having two values. We are having y as positive 9 and we're having y as minus 5. So obviously at this point y is minus 5 and at this point y is positive 9. Why? Because even here x is 0, right? Now let's go forward. And by the way, someone said, why do you use calculator to, for such small numbers? I'm not doing it for me. I'm doing it for the learners. I want you to see that even I use a calculator, because you guys, you don't want to use a calculator in exam and you end up making mistakes. So swallow your pride and use a calculator. Now they say, hence find the equation of the tangent to the circle at C, right? We need to find the equation of the tangent to the circle at what? At C. Let me show you something. This is what you need to do. We know that if we move from center to this point C, let me just call this one M. So MC is actually a radius. And now they say, hence find the equation of the tangent to the circle at C. What's happening with this tangent? We know that, okay, this tangent is going to touch the circle at exactly one point. And now, if this is a radius and this is a tangent, we know this is going to give us 90 degrees. This is the radius. It is radii perpendicular to tangent, or tan perpendicular to radii, right? So we want to find the equation of this line. How do we find the equation of this line? Well, this is how you do it. Number one, you want to find the equation of the radius. So you want to find the gradient of the radius. So it's going to be y2 minus y1, x2 minus x1. What is my y2? Let's say y2 it's minus 5, and then this is going to be minus 2 divided by 0 plus 1. So this is just going to give us minus 7, right? So the gradient of the radius, it is actually minus 7. Now, I know that there's actually a formula that you must use. You're going to say, well, if I multiply the gradient of the radius with the gradient of the tangent, this is going to give me minus 1. Why is this? This is because the radius is perpendicular to tangent, right? So what is the gradient of the radius? It's minus 7. So if I multiply it with the gradient of the tangent, it's going to give me minus 1. Therefore, the gradient of the tangent, it is going to give me 1 divided by 7. But I now know a point of the tangent. It is actually 0 and minus 5. So I'm going to say, well, y equals to mx plus c. Y is going to be minus 5. M is going to be 1 over 7. And x is going to be 0 plus c. And I found that my c equals to minus 5. Therefore, the equation is going to be y equals to 1 over 7x minus 5. And this is your equation of a tangent. So this is how you actually answer these sort of questions.